Hi, I wanted to do a beginner class today because I also like to do beginner class material. It makes it easier to do harder things, to go back and have at least one day of the week where I brush up my basics. And as somebody that had something really bad happen to them in their early 20s, you basically had to start over from scratch. So, not just starting over from scratch, but starting over from scratch kind of like as a person and a dancer in my early 20s. So, my approach is a little bit different for adult learners. With children, they can only handle so much cognitively. Like, they're learning how to operate the meat suit and do ballet, and they go to school. Like, they have a different set of things that they're trying to process when they're learning ballet. And when you're an adult, it really just depends on some people have been sedentary their entire lives, and they're like, I want to do ballet, and then from there, the age kind of comes into question. Like, how long has somebody been absolutely, completely sedentary? Were they sedentary for a few years as a teenager? How many years did they take off from physical activity? Did they dance as a child? If they danced as a child, how much muscle tone did they build up? Because any muscle tone that a child builds basically stays with them through their entire life. Whatever somebody started with early in life, like overall motor coordination, it's completely different. So, with that in mind, let's do, I like to do a bit of a complex warm-up. I'll make this a little bit more detailed than I would in my actual class because A, I am doing this for myself right now, and B, I have the luxury of more time and not, like if I'm teaching in the city, like I have to stay to a very strict time schedule and I can't do more than a few minutes of conditioning at the beginning. So, with that in mind, let's get going. Adult learners can typically handle more information, but it doesn't process to the body immediately and it might not make sense. So I might say something and just take it, put it up in the hard drive, save it for later. You might be laying in bed one night and then you'll be like, oh my gosh, this is what she meant, and it'll hit you. So, all right. So, I like big circular movements in general just to get everything really moving. So, let's do 8 of each thing. And reverse. As you breathe, try to feel the muscles on your back and where your arms attach to your rib cage as you're breathing. This is just to get things moving. Taking the head from side to side. Let's actually take the hands on the shoulders. So for this, make sure whenever this arm position is in place that you're not here, because then all of these muscles on the back are collapsed. So we're going to take our lats and flare them out to the side. You'll know they're in the right way when you can kind of see a triangle form here. Pull the armpit in on itself and then pull the arm out to the side. Hold your eyes on one point ahead of you and turn the head side to side. Pick up your pace when you're ready. And take your head all the way to the side. And change. Change. 3, 4. Hold your eyes on one point as long as you can. It's spotting prep. Faster. Variations on this. If you have ankle problems or knee problems, stay flat. If you're able to, come up onto a releve and you're going to spot yourself in the mirror. Again, modified version is staying flat, flipping the head around, up, spotting, in place. You don't have to move the way I just did. And it's also fun if you can extend the arms out to the side so that you do get the aspect of play in there, because our brains do like to learn better when you're having fun. Also, turns are a circular movement. They're not balances. So we want to get the fear of moving like that and our momentum taking us around. We want to have no fear when you do learn a technical pirouette. So next thing, again, try the turn with the arms to the side, and then they don't have to come into a perfect technical position in front of you. They can figure skater and then release them out to the side so that you play with your momentum. It's fun. Doesn't have to be technical, doesn't have to be perfect. Have fun. Okay, so play around with that. You do not have to stay with the video for that. Let's reach up. So these are nerve glides for the hamstring. Try to get your rib cage on top of your thigh bones here. Shake the head yes and no. Make sure this is relaxed back here. And try to straighten one knee at a time. Home base is with both knees bent, and we try to stretch one knee. This one tends to be confusing sometimes when I show it, so you're basically going like this while you're down there. Here. Some other things that are for motor control that are really good to work on is shoot the bunny. And you don't have to do this at any particular speed. And you can do that as long as you want to. Okay, there's one. The next one is going to be 3 and 3. So we change to 3. harder than it looks. If you play piano, then go play the piano for a little bit and then come back. I never learned how to play the piano, but I'm sure it would be really good for my brain. As a clarinet player. Very toothy clarinet player. The next one is you go 2 to 4 on one hand and 1 to 3 on the other one. 1 to 3, 1 to 3 at the same time. 2 to 4, 1 to 3. As I'm doing this, I actually feel the middle part of my back kind of waking up too. Okay, we're gonna change the hands. This is the harder part, is switching when you got used to the other way. That actually wakes up quite a bit of the mid-back and shoulder girdle as well. Roll the shoulders out. Really try to bring the elbows as close to the ears as you can. And reverse. We'll sit on our bottoms, or you can stay standing if sitting is killing you right now. So legs are straight and pike. Again, a little faster with the rolls. And reverse. Down. Work through the feet, demi-flex and demi-point. Make sure you're on both sits bones. And let's reach the arms up. And we'll flip the palms up and over. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. I realized I didn't bring anything in here for music. 2, 1, and down. Demi and flex, and point. Is this gonna turn into a floor bar class? Maybe. I don't think so. And all the way up. We go pinchy fingers. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Circle the wrists. And reverse. Never take that coordination for granted, by the way. And reach up. Clasp the hands together. Take a couple little side bends here. And flex the feet, flat back forward, and let's talk for a second. So don't take those pinchy fingers for granted, because I work with iPad kids and they cannot do 1, 2, 3, 4 like that. They can only do iPad finger on one hand. These fine motor things are the first thing you get, the first thing you lose. So if you are able, work on them. Don't lose them. Don't lose the ability to use different parts of the brain at the same time if you can manage. Coming up and down. Flex one foot, turn the head to the side. And switch. Spot. And spot. Okay. So, bend one knee, draw circles with your heel on the floor. And go the other way. A figure 8. And reverse. Draw circles around a circle. And reverse. Take the leg out. We're going to body brush. Trace the leg. Put it up into the stomach and back. Wake it up. And again. You can do like this. Wake everything up. Hello, are you here? Wake up. Again. 6 times is good. And cuppy hands all the way down the leg. And back up. Knock on it. Knock on everything. Blah, 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 blah. And trace it back up. We're going to go across the body and put a long, fancy glove so the arm is reaching out. Long, fancy glove on the opposite arm. And back down, across the body, back up to the arm, reach up and forward fold. One side may feel different than the other and it might not. See how my feet are pointing. Flex and point your own feet. Okay, we'll do the other side. And circles first. Reverse the circle. Figure 8. And reverse the figure 8. Circles around the circle. Hard for me on this leg. And circles around the other way. Trace up the leg. Basic body brush first. Wake things up. If you have an injury on one side and you have a hairbrush or something like whatever people do body brushing with, or dry brushing, that's what that is, then go over the area affected by that injury with the body brush, just to like put more sensory input there. You have to tell your brain where your limbs are. wake it up. Yep. Knock, 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 knock. Go across the back and sleeve on the opposite arm. And down across the leg, up into the back, across the body. Okay. Open up to a little middle split, see where you are. You do not have to go into your end range. Your end range does not have to look like mine either. This is not my end range, I'm just sort of seeing where I'm at right now. I'm going to go into a butterfly. Pick up one leg, opposite hand. Yes, we do this with the little kids. We call this making a sandwich. But for you, adult learner, this is to wake up both sides of the body. Cross body tension begins here. We just have all of these little sneaky things. The kids don't really understand, oh, this is, they don't understand that this is for their brain, but it's put in there. Sitting up nice and tall, breathing in. And I'm very sore from the other day. Too crazy today. This is a little bit more hard. You can also do this standing. We're gonna curl in and scoop out, and depending on the level of flossing that you want, you can keep the feet pointed or flexed. And reverse. Flat back, rolling up. Extend and roll up. Same thing turned out, pointing and flexing. Pinky toes try to scrape the ground. They try to go towards the floor. And flexing one foot at a time, turning the head side to side, spotting. If you want more of a challenge, you can also bring the arms up or onto the shoulders in a lat flare. Okay. Same thing with the spinal rolls, down and out. And up. And reverse. Okay, we do this version on the ground first. And down, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Try to keep your knee straight. Accent changes. 3, 2, and 1. Other side. And down, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inner thigh, up to the sky. 5, 6, 7, and under the ribs. If you want more of a push, you can do a bonus round with the arms overhead. I think I'll go for the bonus round. And 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Other side, and down, 2, 3, 4. This is for the fast twitch muscle. And okay, big circle, as big as you can control. 8 times. The bonus round is with the arms up. Other side. Don't feel like doing that today. On dehors. Reverse. Other side. I'm trying to be speedy with this, but it's going on. The truth is, in really beginner classes, like in an actual academy setting, you don't do a lot of actual ballet or dancing. It would truly be conditioning. So here we are. Make sure you're turned out. Pinky toes go as far to the floor as they can. They stay consistent. Don't, so let's say you're lifting one leg, you don't want to lose the other leg. Keep the rotation through both legs. Okay, fast twitch muscles again, and down, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, run, but ma. It's wherever you have both legs straight. Ten times. Wherever you are. If you can hold the leg, great. If you can't, just bend and stretch. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Other side. And fast twitch first. Warmup and both hips stay on the ground. If you're a fellow advanced dancer that is trying to go back to basics for a little bit, once you've gotten to a certain point, the hips can move and then you get the full spagat. But for now, yeah. Up, stay squared for now. There will be a time and a place for picking up the hip here. Inner thigh working. 10. To get a full split, a full dance split, it's not fully square. So wherever you are with the hips turned out and the pelvis square is where you want to be. This next one is slightly an advanced exercise. It's from the Vinyasa floor bar method. You go to about 45 degrees and you draw a circle in front of you. And you continue to draw a circle as the leg goes out to the side. Stay here. Keep circling the leg. And then reverse the circle. Stay out to the side. You can also do this with a flexed foot if you have trouble keeping the knees straight. Other side, 8 circles in one position. You can also do this standing, facing something. If laying down for too long is too much. And reverse. And the true nature of beginner, that was not very beginner. You can also just do standard rond de jambes here. But I like circles. I like a lot of circles. I like figure eights. So next movement, nice strong exhale like you're blowing into a balloon. Releve lent. As high as you can go with control. And down, same thing on the other leg. We'll do this 6 times on each side. 12 total. Don't neglect your releve lents, y'all. They're the secret to jumps. They're the secret to everything. Keep the turn out of both legs. Last ones. Sitting up. And let your hip flexors that you just woke up pull you closer to your legs. As you breathe, try to continue to feel the obliques and the hip flexors helping you out here. Exhale, get closer. Okay, standing up. through a demi-point, pop the toes off the ground and down. Toes off the ground and down. You're striking a match. Hold the lats nice and flared. And up to here. And fast 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 3. How fast can you go? Other side. And just the toes. Okay. Separate the feet a little bit. Circle the ankle and the knee. Wing to sickle, wing to sickle. Reverse, sickle to wing. Other side, wing to sickle. Reverse. And pop and down, and pop and down. All the way up. Scoop. 5, 6, 7, 8. And a down, and 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and down, down. Apologize to your neighbors later. And clap and down. Clap and down. The bonus overachiever version is a boom and down. Clap and down. Overachievers of the world, unite here. Basic. Make the jump and the clap happen at the same time. Jump, jump. You can move around your space. Make sure your feet are moving. If you're a dance teacher watching this, you're welcome. That's how you get a 2-year-old to skip. So, let's reach up. Let's see how our body feels. All right, shake it up. Let's face a bar or a chair. One last. Wake her upper. Flat back. Hips stay square for now. Up and down. 2, 6 times. Hips staying as square as you can. It might not go where mine is, and that is okay. Other side, 6 leg lifts in parallel. Wake up your hammies. Next one, hips can open a little bit. Draw a big rainbow up and out, up and back. Six times. Other side, big rainbow shape, up and back. Starting in the 6th position, we'll do that same off the ground articulation of the foot, parallel pas de devant, Let's do to the point, then articulate on the way back in. Shum. To the point, articulate on the way back, staying in parallel for now. You can do this entire class in parallel. It'll still work. Hips stay level. If you struggle with this one, we'll do side side again. If you struggle with the back, you can lay down and lift the leg without the hips moving in parallel. Just to get a feel for what that is supposed to feel like. Okay? And then we repeat, keeping the knees tracking off the ground with the tendu, off the ground with the tendu, etc., etc. I don't have music, so everything is like follow along. 5, 6, here we go. And shoot. To the point and close. And up. To the point and close. Up. And to the point and up. And to the point. Up. And to the point and up. And to the point. Side, side again. First position, shum, tendu. Off the floor, heel forward, and straight side. Collect and send it away. Collect both hips, both legs, up in the abdomen, collect and collect. Arms out. And good. I'm gonna adjust my bar up. So we're gonna go like Maria Taglioni goes to Cuba a little bit. We're not gonna do pliés right away. We are gonna do walking tendus right away with a sharp accent. So we're gonna start in the first position with the heels together and the toes apart. While we're standing here, this is nice and active. So when we were on the ground, we've pointed and flexed our feet. You'll notice when you're standing, your feet are flexed. So you wanna have that nice energy going through your legs when you are standing at all times. So we're gonna go devant, hold, hold, and close. Just follow along. And devant, 2, 3, and close. Devant, 2, 3, and close, and devant. The fast type of tendu like this is for jumping. 2, 3, and close. We'll clean it and make it articulated later. Get to the position, make sure your knee is straight, your foot is pointed. And the supporting leg is held. Side again. And 2, 3, and 4. Repeat the sequence. We go out, hold the heel up, release the toes, hold the ankle as high as possible for as long as possible, scrape the foot on the way back in. And 2, 3, scrape through a mini fourth on the way back in, and shum, scrape through a second position, shum, scrape the floor, and to the back. You can also press down on the surface if you have an awareness of your fascia. Open the front of the body by pressing down. Doesn't mean grip the bar. Difference between gripping and pressing down so that you can lift more through your torso. Okay. 4 counts out, shake it up. 4 counts out, 4 counts in. As you go through each position, when you go to devant, about 5.5 millimeters of a 4th position. Scrape the floor, shift the weight, find it, scrape the floor so that the weight recentralizes on the way back in. For all seconde, you go through a mini second position before you begin to shift and articulate, and then you go through that same mini second position as you come back in. Same thing to the back. Here we go. This is the medicine. 5, 6, 7, and 1, 2, 3, 4, in, 6, 7, and let's do 1 in each direction. Side, side again. Alternating legs so that we don't develop a habit of sitting into our supporting side. Okay, back to our sharp friend, devant, reach and battement. 2, 6 times, 4, 5, 6, and close. Next leg. 1, 3, 4, 5, and 6. All seconde. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Next leg. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. My lenses are dry. Can't see anything. Okay, so next movement is going to be a releve lent, devant and seconde only. We go to the front. Strong exhale. Stay on the supporting leg. Hold. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and down, up seconde, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 2, down. Next side. If your leg is here, Gucci, Prada, Vogue, it's fine. And here we go. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Not the weak side. Maybe you're a lefty. Okay. Shake it out. Shake it out. Rond de jambe par terre. We go devant. And hold the hips square, pass through écarté, and close. Again, in the spirit of this class, taglioni, we're alternating, and really you would be doing 32 of these. Keep breathing. Hold the hips nice and square. Derriere doesn't make sense to you, that's okay. You can do demi rond de jambe. Just stop to the side. Make sure your knees are straight. If they're not straight, go back to the demi version. Reverse. Let's do demi for the reverse. And demi rondation for the reversal. And guess what, class? We have made it. We're almost to pliés. Because plié is the first thing you teach a toddler is, okay, we're gonna plié, but it's the last thing you really master, and people really do deserve a fair shot at it. And when you have a more mature body, you need a little bit more, you need more things moving to make that easier. So that is what we're doing. All right. Do I always do, woo! Do I always do my classes like this? No, but sometimes I do go Cuban style like this, depending on the needs that I see in front of me. You know, take that for what you will. Let's go into a first position again. And we're gonna go demi push, and we're gonna do the toes, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, similar as the beginning. 4, 3, 2, 1. I noticed my own ankle moving around there, so really try once you've been here to not let the ankle move, it's just the toes. This has to be like a reflex. So the main difference between like people that started dancing as children is they get this reflex that every single time their foot leaves the ground, the toes point. So the sooner that can become a reflex for you as an adult learner, the better. Next thing, we're gonna take the heel forward, toes back, wrap to a sur le coup de pied, extend to a tendu, and re-centralize. And demi, wrap. There's a slight shift, but I am not, I'll talk about that in a second. So sitting in the hip. We don't want to go over here because my femur is A, popped out of my socket. I'm not actually turned out. And B, there's just less power over here. Like, and then you have to like do a little dance, and now we're doing like some, that hurts. We're doing like some contemporary movement. So we want to hold the leg up in the hip socket. We want it to be balanced on all points of the hip socket. We want it to be lifted into the stomach. So the shift happens from the torso recruiting the leg to you. The shift does not happen from you putting the torso over the ball of your foot. So you can soften your knees a little bit and recruit the lowermost part of the abs and the inner thigh, top of the inner thigh, up into the same line, and then you get a nice strong supporting side. Okay, so we wrap, we're recruiting our supporting leg with the torso. Wrap, supporting leg is held in the torso, and then we re-centralize. Everything is lifted from the inner thigh up into the stomach and hip flexors and into the back. So it goes like from here, it goes up through the stomach and attaches in here. Everything wraps up is held in the torso and close. Wrap, up, extend, and close. Wrap and extend, close, wrap and extend, close. Slightly harder version, wrap and go back down, presenting the heel forward. Wrap. What's English? Wrap and down and wrap and down. We're gonna go tendu. Pull the knee back, pull the whole upper thigh back and up into that same recruitment, retiré. Back to tendu and close. Other side, tendu. Recruit everything. And side, up and close. Side, up. Okay, into sixth position. Bend the knees. Send the shins forward over the balls of the feet. Stay collected over your inner thighs with your torso. Everything stays nice and straight. And then your torso pulls the knees straight. So you pull the legs by their attachment points. Inhale, you expand, and the attachment points bend because the torso is letting it bend. And then you power through the underside, your diaphragm here. Pull yourself up to straighten your knees. There's a difference between this. This is how we teach little kids, bend and stretch, and it's like, then you have to go back and fix it later. It's a pain in the butt. Learn it right. So, lift, everything folds, everything bends, and then the underside, your lowermost lungs really, so the fascia connects them. We're doing in sixth position so that we have this understanding of the femur here bends, the knee is bending, the ankle also has to bend. And we're gonna go a little bit lower and up. My pants are making me look like I have a pedunculus. So they go back down. Everything folds, the femur folds in the hip socket, the knees fold, the ankles are bending. Torso is pulling you up to straighten the knees. Demi-grand. Torso pulls you up. Make sure you get a good understanding of this. Do this over and over again until this torso lifting you to straighten the knees makes sense. Keep the front of the body open by pressing down. Okay, we'll do the same thing in the first position, turned out. And to expand, again, these attachment points are here. To do plie properly, you breathe in and you feel those attachment points of the legs underneath the rib cage. And they will fold in. You should feel the femur folding, the knee is folding, the ankle is folding. I'm just going into a grand plie for no reason. Torso is pulling you back up. So, recruit. Inner thighs are up under the rib cage, and the rib cage pulls you up. Recruiting, arches are lifted, sacrum is in, lats are wide, grand plie. Okay. You might also have some more luck in a second position, so we'll do that as well. From the side. Yeah. This has to expand. I'm pulling my legs to the side by using this. And then I pull myself up by letting this fold in and continue to hold me here. Diaphragm, your breath. Controls everything. Down. Okay? So, oh my gosh, my eyes are so dry, sorry. So often you hear tailbone down, stomach in, These corrections will aesthetically put you where it looks right, but it's not functional. And you have to keep hearing to put your tailbone away. And after a while, if you're a fully developed person that's gone through puberty, you can only tolerate somebody saying put your tailbone away so many times before you lose your shit at them. So, oh my gosh, Mama needs new contacts. So, again, proper torso usage, proper expansion through the torso, both gives you the aesthetic that you want. It gives you the aesthetic of being super flat without thinking, okay, tailbone down, stomach in. Oh, look where I'm going. I'm not in my full turnout. One is expansive, one is functional, and I'm keeping my sacrum pressing forward against this wrap, okay? So inner thighs, my legs are collected into my torso, and my torso is expanding under here, and then that expansion pulls me back up. These just need to make sense first, and then you can put them to music later. So for jumping, we'll do a similar recruitment technique. Jumping, you may do this with a bar, you may take the bar away, up to you if you want to jump with assistance or not. So I'm gonna have lat flare here, and so modification 1 is to kick the butt. Version 2 is kick the rear end. Okay, next jump. Instead of going into the basic saute, we're going to go into like a modified Italian pas de chat, again with that wrapped recruitment under the rib cage. Let's take either the arms up or here, whatever you're comfortable with, and so that you learn to jump with your torso. Okay, next one is a saute that Tom Dooley did earlier. Needs to combine with the recruitment in this plie. So we're using this faster. Okay, the next jump is a star jump. So it goes from first position, like shoot to a second position in the air. Normally there would be a line of people doing them. So imagine a bunch of other people doing these. Let's take the arms here for fun. And breath recruitment, and here we go. Okay. Next one, we go head, head. Arms, do this with me. Hips, hips, tap, tap. Hips, hips, shoulder, shoulder, head, head. Other side. You can stay in 6, 4, 6. Other side. Okay. You're welcome. Next jump is just a little parallel pas de chat, side to side. Just get this into your body. stay locked on a target in front of you. Hands, I like them up here. I love a lat flare. And we're gonna go side, center, side, center, side, center. I know I made some mistakes in there. Set your calves if you need. The next version is side, spot, and side, and spot. Version A. Version B is with the eyes closed. Let's see where I ended up. Okay, I'll take it. Thank you. I will see you guys in my next vlog or makeup tutorial. And thank you for tuning in. Thank you for dancing with me. Bye.